everyone and good morning. Welcome to the Ganesha Talk. Today, finally, we came back here again to talk about various things about school life and make it into simple and realized stuff. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Lintang Aisha D. You can call me Lintang. And next to me, it's my gorgeous partner ever, Khalila. Go on, introduce yourself, partner.
Sure. By the way, today you look really excited. I'm so like to your vibe, Linda. So hello, high schooler. I'm Hasna Fika. I hope today is a blessing day for us. So what's today discussion, Lintang? Seems really interesting, right?
Absolutely yes. Today's discussion is about TKA exam. I heard the government state this rule is about the 3 months before the TKA exam. It's quite symbolic, right?
Oh, so how's feel after the TKA exam? Well, I get it. Some of you feel like frustrated or like you really stressed think about your result, right?
I agree. This TKA exam is really kind of the experimental for the learning curriculum, right? I heard so many perspectives and arguments from the student itself to talk about the TKA effectivity. But back then, we are came here again for find out what exactly students' perspective and argument about their TKA exam. So I'm curious, and today's quest is really special.
So here it is, our special guest. Say hello for Revalina and Marella.
Hi guys!
Hello. Very much for having us.
Glad to be here guys. We are both from social classes. Nice to meet you guys. Hi!
Perfect session. So anyway, how do you feel, guys? And I hope everything goes smoothly fine, yeah. And if I had to ask you, how do you feel from the first stage to take this TKA suddenly?
Sure. Hello mate. Before I start today's discussion, I want to know about me. I'm Marella. I'm from 12th grade from Susan. And then for answering Lintang's question, honestly the TKA felt more relevant for Susan. The score of TKA is essential for reports validation and the test is very effective. It really asks to understand literacy deeper and statistics and digitalization quite fair for me.
Very great arguments, Marel. Okay, but first let me introduce myself because before I don't really introduce myself, right? So I'm Valin. I'm a 12th grade of student for Saswam. So let's discuss another perspective. Actually, I got a different perspective with Marel. So actually, for me, the TKA is less about what we study and more about how we think. But the sudden policies still cause massive stress. And what happened during the TKA exam was also very crazy for me.
Crazy, you say? Can you explain more detail about the crazy stuff that happened during TKA implementation, like the real world execution, the technically glitches, or maybe the feeling of studying to find the best way to study in such a short time?
Definitely, the technical glitch was already happening when we're getting started the simulation 1 week before the TKA exhibitions. So many of a weakness for the test, and for me, very a lot of screen freezing. Plus, the roadblocks execution is also ineffective. Proctors themselves still unsure and didn't know about the real policies. And we didn't know about how study effectively because like the 3 months before the exam dates was really rushed time. So I don't have enough time for study properly. But anything is just take a rush. For me, it's just like that.
I agree. The execution was amazing, but the study method has to change phase. I focused strictly on logic puzzles and reading comprehension, knowing that rote memorization was dead. That was the only way to manage the 3 months.
Oh wow, that's smart adaptation, Marel. But let's hear the core argument now.
TKA is effective because it's objective. It tests core reasoning, which is a reliable success indicator, and the final report will prove its value.
I get the point, but now I'm also curious about Valin argument. Why TKA is not effective for your college application? Can you tell us more detail, please?
Thank you very much for the question, Lila. So for me, it was ineffective because first, the poor executions. TKA was not effective for our college application because we were given only 3 months for prepare the exam. Then, for the fundamentality inside of the test, we are really genuine picks, okay? You guys really got it about what I say. The government released the new technical guidelines and materials to be tested so close, like 3 months before the exam. And I also heard about cheating rumors, like the live streaming with TikTok, and also leak of the type of the test and the acts or of the social media. For me, this is very confusion for me and a lack of standardized study material. The short notice made it feel like a high stakes lottery, and not an effective academic assessment for me. That's very unfair for me. That was a lot of people giving us cheating and the poor execution. Thank you very much.
So, Mariel, if the test design is valid, the sudden implementation ruins its effectiveness for this batch.
I understand the frustration fault, but I see it differently. The short prep time actually reinforced the test purpose. It proved who could adapt and think critically under pressure. If you need a year to prepare for a reasoning test, perhaps your reasoning skills were not strong enough to begin with. The TKA test inherent skill, which should require extensive preparation, unlike memorization tests.
Wow, that's a tough take, Mariel. And finally, thought on that challenge, Colin.
For me, it's not about academic. It's about fairness. Major change in the national policy requires proper transition time. 3 months is unfair to measure high stakes potential. That's why it was ineffective. It created unique play for fail for the first batch.
On the note of fairness, we have to address the conflict that happened after the TKA. The whispers about cheating, the rumors of streaming elsewhere, how did that widespread rumor of misconduct after affect the general studying body?
Alright, so I would like to say the conflict was awful for me. When we heard about the potential cheating with the phones like streaming, it was really heartbreaking us. It completely ruined the integrity of the exam for the students. We're really failed for doing this exam. And for me, the system is so easily compromised. The objective score doesn't mean much anymore. Yeah.
We all felt the stress, but we have to trust that the authorities investigate those cheating claims and punish them with a zero score. The solution is not to discourage the objective test, but to strengthen the security measure the monitoring the next year.
Okay, guys, this is like incredibly honest debate, right? So while Morel is trusting the objective final TKA reports, and Colin points out the critical flaws in the roll call.
So to warm up, what is your key advice to the younger student facing the TKA, knowing that the system is now set?
Okay, so my advice is remind, since the GAT test being adaptability, start training your logical and critical thinking skills until right now. Not the 3 months before the exam, because I know that very hard. But remember, don't let the rules of the exam define your potential. Push your best score, but always champion your profile and deep subject knowledge, because the TKA score alone not tell your full story.
My advice is to embrace objectivity, stop memorizing, and start thinking. The TKA is here to stay, and its values analysis. Focus on mastering the underlying logical structure of the test, trust the system to be a more valid user, and use your limited time wisely by practicing how to think, not what to think.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for Colin and Marilla. We wish you the best for your university education. And that's for us another episode of another podcast.
Until next time, high schoolers, stay critical and keep on hustling. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Well, hello, Khalila.
Scroll.
Yeah, aman sih. Absolutely yes. Today